Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of my favorite things, and they are kind of like mostly my favorite things, but I've also incorporated one that kind of is more geared to the kids, but a lot of times I find that I enjoy it as well. And I'm actually going to start with that one. So the first thing that I want to share with you that is a favorite thing is that let's see, it's on my iPad, but we have the Adventures in Odyssey Club app. So it is a subscription service that my kids got for Christmas this past year. And so with that, each of my kids have their own ID and like login where they can go on. And you can see here that they have this library where it has a list of all the different albums that Adventures in Odyssey has put out over the past. Like if I scroll, I can scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. There are tons of albums on here. Before this, we were getting the albums from the library, which worked really great. My kids all had CD players in their rooms, and they could go every time we went to the library, we would check out a couple, they would listen to them. But I found that we were going through them super fast. And by the time we would make it back to the library, they'd been waiting for a week or two to get a new one. So they love having this available because as soon as one is done, they can move on to the next one. They can, save their favorites. They can even currently we don't have any in the download area, but when we've traveled, if we know that we're not going to have any Wi-Fi or any service, they can download certain ones onto their profile and be able to listen to those downloads while we're on vacation. So that was great as well. Now, I have found that I actually enjoy listening to these as well. So there are times where they're listening to them on their own. So such as before they go to bed, each of the kids like to listen to Adventures in Odyssey before as they're falling asleep or as they're winding down. A lot of times we'll give them, 15 or 20 minutes to kind of wind down before, everything's off. So we'll let them listen to these as they're falling asleep. But other times they might be doing quiet time activities where they're playing with Legos or cars or Barbies or whatever it is, and they're listening to these, in the background, but find that they're really into them at the same time. So sometimes they'll have them up in the same room as me, and I find that I am listening to it get really drawn into them as well. And so they'll pause it or take the iPad from the room like, hey, I was listening to that too. You need to bring that back. I want to hear the end of the story. We've also used it while we're in the car or traveling. So that's just another way that you can get in to listening. It's kind of like an audio book. It's, dramatized and telling great stories, but they're safe for all kids, and they really, really enjoy it. They have loved, we've done lots of different subscription services, but I have to say by far, this has been the most loved out of all of them because they're always listening to this. And with it, we found that they also get the answers or the Adventures in Odyssey magazine that comes with it. So the kids will get one a month and they can look through that. There's puzzles and stories and little games and jokes, and they really enjoy the subscription magazine that comes with it as well. So this is one of our favorite things, the Adventures in Odyssey Club subscription service. Now, the second thing that I want to share that is a favorite that I have recently come on to, I don't have anything to show you, is the Get Off the Bench by Heidi St. John podcast. So I like to listen to audiobooks and podcasts when I am doing things that I can't do anything else. Like my hands are busy. I can't read. I love to read, but sometimes you're cleaning the bathroom and you're folding laundry or you're making dinner and you can't actually be reading. So during these times, I like to listen to audiobooks or podcasts. And I just happened to see someone else recommend Get Off the Bench by Heidi St. John. And I have fallen in love with it for a multitude of reasons. It basically, anyone I come into contact with, I'm like, you need to listen to Heidi St. John's podcast. It's called Get Off the Bench. So a couple of reasons. One, it's short. So there are a lot of different podcasts that I've listened to in the past that they're long. It's like an hour episode, which isn't necessarily bad. That a lot of times it is a deterrent to me because I'm like, I don't have an hour to listen to it. I'm just going to be folding laundry for about 20 minutes and I don't have an entire hour to dedicate to the podcast. So a lot of times I'll be like, I'm just going to listen to music this time. Her podcasts usually range anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes, which is a really good amount of time to complete a small task, like that's getting dinner or prepping dinner, folding laundry, cleaning the bathroom. A lot of times she puts them out through Monday through Friday. So there's one new every day. And I find that as I'm just getting ready in the morning and I'm, getting dressed and brushing my teeth and making the beds and getting a load of laundry in the washer to just kind of start off the day, I can almost get through an entire podcast of hers from that day. So it's already prepped and loaded on my Spotify account, and I'm listening to it as I'm just getting ready in the morning. It's just a really good length of time. Now, that is just convenient, of course, but her material is just top notch. It is fantastic. So one, she is a veteran homeschool mom, and she answers tons of questions ranging all over the board about motherhood and homeschooling and politics and things going on in the culture. Lots of different things, but coming at it from a Christian perspective. I love her podcast. I can't say it enough. It is so encouraging. She just has lots of practical advice and things to say. I just love it. She also will have lots of guests on where, her most recent guest from last week, I think, or a couple weeks ago, was Ken Ham. So she was, and who Ken Ham is he is the founder and director and overseer of Answers in Genesis and, the Creation Museum and the Ark, and was just talking about the current events and things going on at the Ark and just interviewing him. And, they're having lots of different discussions, but she has politicians and pastors and other veteran homeschool moms who are, in the circuit of all of the homeschool conventions, because she too speaks at those. So she has lots of experience. And one of the great things, her podcast is called Get Off the Bench. Like, it's this calling for people to don't conform to this world, get off the bench, go do something, be different, follow Christ. And I love that push, that call that she is giving to these parents and these moms. And it's just excellent. And one thing that she is currently doing to herself to get off the bench is she's running for Congress in her home state of Washington. So she sees that there needs to be change. So she's getting off the bench and she is going to try and do something for her state. She's running for the House of Representatives in her district. So I think it is just an excellent podcast to listen to. She also answers questions from from listeners. She has a Mailbox Monday every week where she's answering questions from different parents, whether it's about homeschool or motherhood or, all the different things that are going on in the world today. So she just kind of covers a plethora of everything, but from a Christian standpoint. I highly suggest it. You guys should definitely check it out. All right, the next thing, so number 3 that I want to share with you is this box called A Year of Connection. So I actually got this as a birthday gift, and I'm about to begin with it, but I love the idea. So the idea behind it is that it is a kit to inspire 52 weeks of meaningful moments. So what's in it? You open it, super cute, opens up like this, and then on the inside, it just has a collection of they're all this kind of lots of repeats, but you're going to see they are cards. So I just wanted to say hello. They're all blank on the inside, so nothing in there. You matter to me, thinking of you, and I want you to know. So the idea of this kit is that you're just getting in to connecting with people, your friends, your family, the people in your sphere of influence, a pastor or someone at your church or someone that you've come into contact with, anything. You're sending them a little card, letting them know that you're thinking of them, or you have something that you want to tell them, that, something popped into your head or something great you did, or, they came into your mind and you were praying for them and you wanted to let them know, or letting them know that how they are a blessing to you, and just anything like that. I don't know if you've ever been a recipient of a card like this, but I have at random points in my life. One in particular that really stands out to me was after I'd had, I think maybe Gabriel or Isaiah, number 1 or 2. And I was having a really rough transition of having a child, and someone sent me a card that they wanted to let me know that they had been praying for me, and they had no idea that I was having a really rough transition with this new baby. And they had included scripture and just that they were praying for me, that they saw me, that they, that I was a good mom, like just building me up, letting them know that they prayed. I was crying as I was reading this card, and I thought, how many times do we miss opportunities to tell someone something that will lift them up, that will bless them? And I love this idea that it's got one a week. Just, who has God laying on your heart? Who is he telling you, you need to pray for this person, and then you need to encourage them and let them know. Be a blessing to them. So it's got one card for every week that you're going to set up. It's got the envelopes, everything in it. And then it has a little book in here of where you can kind of keep record of who you sent it to and on the date. So here you can see on the inside here, let me make sure, like this is week 27, week 28, the name of who you sent it to, and then the date. And then maybe if you wanted to jot down, like, were you praying for them? Why did you think of that person? It's just kind of gives a little record of who you sent it to and what was going on in your life or their life that you felt the Lord leading you to send them a card. So I think it's just a really, especially with everything with last year where everyone withdrew from one another and we were isolated and quarantined and away from everyone, like what a great way to really connect with other people. This lost art of sending letters, like who doesn't like getting snail mail? Like you open the mailbox and you find something for yourself in there and it's completely unexpected. It's not, a bill or something along those lines. Like it's a genuine card from a friend for no apparent reason other than to be a blessing and encouragement to you. So I'm really looking forward to using this and just really hoping that the recipients are going to be blessed by this as well. All right, number 4 is my mom uniform. All right, I've shared this before. I am a t-shirt girl through and through. So I wanted to share with you my latest obsession. I love t-shirts. And I love the company Crazy Cool Threads. So they give you super cute t-shirts, but with like a Christ-centered focus. So I love these in that, I'm wearing a t-shirt, but it's a cute t-shirt. They're adorable designs, and they could potentially be conversation starters, when someone's like, hey, what does that mean? Or, hey, I really like your shirt, or, whatever. It's really an opportunity to point to Christ. So it's kind of embarrassing because I have a lot of them, but I do wear t-shirts like 99% of the time. And, so I'm going to show you the collection that I have built of my t-shirts. So one, a lot of times they have super great deals. One, they have like a t-shirt of the week. Every week it's a different t-shirt and it's only $12.99. So you can get a really cute, cheap t-shirt, a good quality. Obviously I have one on and I'll show you the front of it in a second. I always hate that, like, I always have these t-shirts on when I'm doing these videos, and the way that the camera is, and in order to see my face, you guys never get to see how cute the actual t-shirt is. You just get to see up here. And so the design is usually from here down. But I'm going to show you these t-shirts. And so you can, a lot of times, like during holidays, they'll have like a 2 bundle. So like at Christmas, they had a Christmas bundle where you can get 2 shirts for like $22. But all of them are just like Christ-centered and pointing to Christ and scripture. And on top of it, they're just cute. So I will put the link below, and it is an affiliate link. I just want to point that out to you. But let me go ahead and show you these adorable shirts that I have. So the first one here is this super cute one at the Waves, and it says, "Peace be still." Love that one. Have this one, and all it says is grace, but super cute. We all need to give ourselves grace. I got this one, so Hope, Romans 15:13, and it's kind of hard to see when it's in that script and it's really close, but it does say hope. The kids and I were memorizing Romans 15:13, so I was like, of course I have to get that one. A lot of them also go along with like songs and script and the songs. So this one says graves into gardens. So I liked that one. This one says be still and know. You can kind of see this like mauve theme going. I didn't really intend for that to happen, but I liked a lot of those sayings and they all turned out to be the same color. This one's cute. It says light in the darkness. This one's super cute too. Choose joy, right? We need to choose joy every day, especially if you're homeschool mom. Sometimes you just gotta say, I'm gonna choose joy today. And this one I like too. I'm forgiven. Not perfect, but I am forgiven. And then let me see if I can show you this one. It says there is another in the fire from Daniel. And this was my most recent one. It was a t-shirt of the week. And I knew that my birthday was coming up. And so I very discreetly pointed out to my husband, you know, there's this really cute shirt that's on the t-shirt of the week on Crazy Cool Threads, you know, just in case, you know, my birthday is coming up. So he picked up on the very discreet hint and I got my t-shirt. So again, that's Crazy Cool Threads and the link is below. All right, guys, number 5 is my dwell kit. So it's so funny because I happened to see this as an ad on Facebook or Instagram or something like that. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. I was a little leery in the beginning. So let me explain what it is. So it comes in a bright yellow envelope like this, pretty much like this size. And what it is every month they send you this little kit. It is one a month. And it is about, you know, connecting with God. It says, fix these words of mine in your hearts and minds from Deuteronomy 11:18a. So we've got multiple pieces to this. So these right here are temporary tattoos. So in my recent videos, you might have noticed and thought I had a tattoo. I had some friends actually wonder. Honestly, it's making me like want one. And I've never before, not that I've been against them, I've never found anything that I thought, you know, when I'm older, I'm really gonna still love this. But as I'm having them, I'm really getting used to them. And so maybe I've got to figure, you know, iron down one that I would really like. But these are temporary tattoos. So it comes with, there are different kits. You can get a single kit, you can get a family kit, you can get a big group kit. They all vary in prices, but you get one a month. So you've got these tattoos. They have your directions on the back of how to put them on. And then you have your key tag, again with the same design with the verse on the back. So you can put this on your key ring. So once the month is over and your tattoos are gone, it's not an endless supply of tattoos, because in the following month, you're gonna get a new design and a new verse. But this will go on your key ring and you'll be able to use it to memorize your verse still if you find that like, oh, I need to go back and practice that verse. And then on the inside, you can actually, here is a big cardstock piece of the design. And then on the back, like a little devotional that goes with the verse. So they've got the verse printed at the top and then a little devotional that goes with it. So you can place these up somewhere in your house, like as a little, kind of like a little piece of artwork. They have little things that like you can pin it on, or you could pin it up on your refrigerator or something like that. But it comes with this as well. So how exactly does it work? So let's use this as the example. So this is like a big version of the tattoo. And you're going to notice that it's just gibberish, right? It's just a random bunch of letters. And it is the first letter of every word of Romans 12:2. So see, it's R12:2, Romans 12:2. So it is the first letter of every word, and it helps you get through memorizing the verse. Just how one letter can help prompt you to the word that you're trying to get through in the verse. And honestly, when this is what I was referring to when I said I was a little skeptical, because I've seen this as a memory technique before, and I thought, you know, I'm just not sure that that's really going to work. I was wrong. It works. I had the verse down in less than a week based on here, because every time I would see it, I would like look down and I would recite it, and I would use my letters in the beginning to help me get through it. So this verse is, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Romans 12:2. Again, that's an NIV, in case you were wondering. They only have NIV. They don't have a lot of different versions, if that's important to you. But I was really shocked at how well it actually helped. There were times when I would get stuck somewhere. I would refer to, the back of the tag to help me get through, or just pull out the Bible and fix it, or look it up and help me fix my verse into my mind. I was shocked at how well it really did work. Now, you might be wondering, how long does the tattoo last? So here we are. I am on day 6. Now, let me see if I can get it to focus for you. Is it fading? Yes. I change mine out every week. So every Sunday I change it out and get a new one. And here's the thing. Is it fading? Yes. Is it also a temporary tattoo? Also, yes. So it is expected to fade. And honestly, about this time when I was taking off the first one, because it was fading, I had to literally scrub it to get it off. So it's not that it's peeling off, but it is temporary. So it is going to fade. It is slowly going to pull off. But I liked the fact that it slowly faded away, because if you've ever seen the technique of when you're memorizing something and maybe you write it on a whiteboard and you have, I don't know, a verse that you want to memorize, and you say it through maybe 2 times, and then when you go, you erase a couple of words, and then you say it again, and then you erase a couple more words, and then you say it again, and by the end you have erased all of the words of the verse, but you have memorized it. That is how I have treated this. Are some of the little letters coming off? Yes. Am I using that to help me memorize it and not use it as a complete crutch the entire time? Yes. So I guess if you're looking for something that's going to be permanent, you might need an actual tattoo, but this does wear off. But I'm finding that it actually is lasting longer than I thought it would. I thought maybe 2 or 3 days, and I was a little bummed because I'm like, well, I only got 4, so how am I going to get through the entire month with only 4 tattoos if they only last, 2 or 3 days? But they're actually lasting 7 days. So that is going to get me through my entire month. So I am on this one, and then for June, we're going to have a new verse, new design, new tattoo design, new key ring, and new everything. So it is a subscription, but you get one little thing a month, and they change every month, so it'll be a new verse. I also love how the verse is so incredibly pertinent for today. Do not conform to the pattern of this world. We're called to look different and be different, right? I like it on the back here. It says, our lives should be different, set apart, unique, and meaningful. So true, especially in today's time. So that is the 5th thing that I wanted to share with you. I'm really loving this. If you guys have any questions about any of the things that I shared, as always, I'm going to be happy to answer them. And until next time, guys, have a blessed